Yo guys, what's going on? Savage here. Today we're doing something a little differently. If you guys are familiar with my channel, we used to do a series called Oversimplified where I would break down my thought process throughout a match. And I would usually just pick games that we won and I had a lot of kills on and something that I just dominated on, and I didn't really show my flaws. Now I just picked a random game. I don't know if we're gonna win this. I have no idea what's about to happen. I literally just loaded up a game that was in my inventory. So let's see. We're gonna discuss my flaws. If I end up dying, we're gonna discuss what I did wrong. If we end up winning, I'm gonna discuss what I did right. I'm gonna try to navigate with you guys and give you guys a little bit of my thought process on why I moved the way that I moved throughout this match. This is a brand new series. We're gonna be doing this weekly, and hopefully if it takes off, we'll continue doing it even more. Now, whether it's Blackout, whether it's PUBG, whatever the case is, usually games like this, Battle Royales, the strategy is usually the same as far as navigating the circle. So we're gonna kind of discuss all of that. Now, as far as my credentials, I have 1,300 plus wins in PUBG on PC. I was ranked top 10 for 2 seasons, and here in Blackout, it's actually my first game ever played on PlayStation. I am a PC player, so I do have 1,498 wins currently. So that's I am used to winning, but I'm not perfect. I'm not the greatest player out there. There's plenty of other YouTubers and plenty of other streamers that are way better than I am, but I'm going to kind of break down my thought process. Now, the reason we land Turbine is honestly safety. Right now we're playing with subs, and I want to give subs a good game on sub nights, so we're going to land somewhere a little bit safe that's usually uncontested so that everyone can loot up, gear up, and kind of get ready before the fight. If you're a Slayer and you don't really want to fight, that's not really what you want to do. Of course, you want to drop River Town and whatnot for hot drops. Now, this guy right here, of course, I have Astro A50s, brand new Gen 4s, and I heard this guy coming a mile away. He had no idea I was about to push him. So I got a gun, got a Rampart, pretty consistent weapon with this update, and just full pushed. Should I have? Probably not, because I only heard one, and there's no telling where his teammates are. I have no vest. It was definitely a risky, ballsy push, but I was kind of feeling myself that night, so that was the move that I made. And slowly, their teammates start coming at us. I remember this match, actually. I do remember this match. They come at us one at a time. His other teammate's going to come up here very shortly. There it is right there. Instead of pushing together, they come at us one at a time, and that's the easiest way to win a game. First off, I was going for the execution. I love the executions. It's a fun feature, but don't do it if you're trying to win, because you're literally vulnerable, especially if you know that other teammates are around, and I knew that other teammates were around. Together, that team should have pushed at the same time instead of coming in 2 different angles, 2 different times, and letting us just literally 2v1 them. I think 3v1 technically. If you guys looking for a powerful AR, 5.56 weapons have been absolutely destroyed. They are really garbage. I used to love the ABR and the Vapor, completely trash now. You literally have to shoot somebody with 5 bursts with an ABR to actually down them. Level 2 and level 1, level 3, God only knows what that is. But the Swordfish is really nice. It's a nice little close medium range weapon. You're not gonna be able to do too much long range. The spread's a little too much, but it's a powerful weapon. And with the fog being in, I know the fog's been toned down by the time of this video's release, but with the fog being in, regardless in the darkness, you're really not gonna get in too many long range fights, especially with an AR. Now, when I first started playing this game, my favorite strat was to get in a helicopter, fly around, when a team starts shooting at you, jump out on them and absolutely annihilate them. And that's still not a bad strategy at all, but I prefer to use a little bit more tactics now. So right here, I am sticking to the main roads for the most part, trying to see if we can get any kind of action. I want to avoid the main areas as far as Rivertown, Nuketown, nowhere near Nuketown, but just an example, you want to avoid the main areas when you're trying to get to the circle. Circle's enclosing fast, so if we can get a quick pick off of somebody, I'll definitely land it, we'll get out, we'll jump them, we'll get the kill, get the loot, and then roll out. But you don't want to engage a whole town because there's no telling how many teams are here. Now, here we are passing by train station, but it's in the circle, so I'm trying to kind of bait any kind of shots to get some kind of action. With the darkness of the map, the action's really kind of slowed down. We're not able to pull 20 kill games as often anymore, if even at all, to be honest. We used to win 10, 12 games a night. Now we're winning about 6 to 8 at best. Now right here is pretty questionable. We should have just bailed out. I shouldn't have landed it. I'm really vulnerable right now. They could have shot me. If they were decent players, I probably wouldn't have survived. But I went with my move and we landed it up here. You can always guarantee if the circle favors Rivertown, if the circle favors Estates or Riot, 9 times out of 10 you're going to have multiple teams in that area. And of course, here we are engaging a team to the west, and honestly my shots are pretty bad. I'm using the Swordfish. It's the first time I've used the Swordfish in God knows how long. I've recently just started using this gun and loving it, so I'm still kind of new with it. I haven't really mastered it yet. Here I am full sending. They got a barrier up. I'm by myself. I'm half health basically, and I'm full sending to God knows what else. Thankfully, they took care of those two guys, and Easem is cleaning up the rest of them. I'm really kind of useless in this fight. I saw my friends getting kills. Of course, I want to get kills as well, because who wants to have the least amount of kills on the team? And here I am again, full sending away from my team, blind, have no idea how many people are left. There could be other teams here. This is honestly not the best play in the world, but I'm pretty sure it works out. I think we win this game. And here I am spotting two, and then the third shoots at me. Luckily, I was pretty on point with my Mog that night, and I absolutely annihilate this kid. And somehow, I believe I play this out and don't actually go down. I think I actually get all of them, if I'm not mistaken. Here they all push me one at a time. They have no idea where I'm at. There's actually 4 targets total, so I have 2 down. Again, I need to reload my swordfish and then heal, but instead of doing that, I just go full balls to the wall, jump out with the Mog, do it again, heal up with using bandos instead of my med kits, and then my teammate coming in and finish off the 4th. This got real lucky for me. I played this completely wrong. I shouldn't have done it, but sometimes it works out, and I think that's how I've been kind of playing lately, and it's been punishing me more than it's been rewarding me. You don't ever want to gamble. You want to make sure you know exactly what you're going to get yourself into. If you don't know what's in a compound, push with your team. Don't ever push by yourself. Now here I am, still not fully med, trying to take some outlaw shots, limited on ammo. My Mog only has 1 bullet in it. I have no fast mag. I just literally did not know what I was doing when I dove into this fight. I was not prepared. I saw an enemy, and again, tunnel vision. And I used to not play like this, but I think now, because we've been winning so little, I've been kind of going balls to the wall. Dead silence is crucial, and so is paranoia to me. Those are my top 2. I don't really like awareness, especially in squads or duos, because you hear your teammates' footsteps louder than anything else. Running solos, however, awareness is also bae. Here's where teamwork comes into play. Before dude even shoots, he calls out the target he sees. Here I am, no idea how many people are here, just going balls to the wall with my Mog. Luckily, I get 1 down. There's the other one. I turn on him pretty quick, and thank God it was a 1v2. Again, sometimes it works out, but you really need to think smart, and I was not thinking. I have been super kill hungry lately, and taking anything that I can. We're already facing 2v4s most likely, and I really pushed a little too hard. Right here, I'm basically looted out of my mind. There's really no need for me to collect anything else, but I'm taking a little too long looting. After you get in a fight, you really want to loot as fast as you can and dip. We looted, and I'm just sitting here circling. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm talking to chat. I don't know if I'm waiting for dude to loot. I think that's what we're doing. But other teams are going to collapse. This is the game of third party now. One thing Apex has showed players and BRs is that third partying is key, and god damn it, they love third partying us. So we should really be dipping out. I don't know what's taking him so long to loot, but you really don't want to take more than 10 seconds to loot at max. 5 seconds is probably your best bet. By the time you're in a fight, especially late game with 12 players left, you should already have, or at least know what you need. And here I am again, looting another body we just found. I don't need anything. I have 2 trauma kits, a shit ton of med kits. There's just nothing else for me to have. Plus, I have a trauma kit already picked. So again, if there was a good or even decent player anywhere near us, we would get annihilated. Now, me personally, I love sensor darts. They're probably my favorite equipment. I love knowing where enemies are at. In Modern Warfare 2, I was a huge fan of the sensor. Sorry, not the sensor dart, the heartbeat sensor. Don't at me. I know what you're thinking, but I loved it. I love having like an early warning system. I will always try to save a sensor dart for endgame. If you have the second to last circle or even the last circle, you definitely have a benefit and have the advantage knowing where they're at. You see a lot of times early in the game, a team will shoot a sensor dart at you, you destroy it, they'll shoot another one, you destroy it, and then they'll waste their last one. There's no reason for that. Definitely always try to save your sensor darts if you can. Now this hill right here to the west, this thing is full of death and mayhem. Every time I go here, we usually get in a fight or 2 or even 3 or 4. You have the teams coming from construction, you have the teams coming from estates, you have the teams coming from the blue tarp buildings to the south of estates. It is literally like a center choke point of hell, and I love this place. And here we are, see a guy not even looking at me. Can I get my headshot? And I somehow miss it because I'm really bad, and I miss it again. Again, worst player in A. Don't look at me, guys. Stop. Shh. I know, Savage, you're giving us advice. You can't even hit a paladin shot. He's standing perfectly still. Stop. I know. But here we are pushing. Dude is a little bit ahead of me, so I'm going to use my grapples to kind of get with him, because, again, I have no idea if there's 4, if there's 3, if there's 2, or if it's just this man running solo. For some reason, I decided I want to grapple with my paladin in hand. I need to switch to my Mog. Hopefully I do. I don't really know. We might not win this game, to be honest. There's a sensor dart. I've got 2 more remaining, so I went ahead and used it. One's down. I know there's 1 left on sensor, so I'm going to go full balls of wall push, get the hit, and annihilate him. But where's the third? Here's another guy. He's focused on dude, so I'm going to go balls to the wall with the Mog. Miss my first shot. He pops out the Guardian, but I'm able to headshot him right over the barrier, thank God. Here again, we are looting for some ungodly reason. A little bit of grapples never hurt anybody, but sitting there for a couple seconds thinking about it definitely could. Again, we're in a two-man squads game. There possibly could be a full squad left with 6 players remaining in total. Me and dude, and then a whole nother squad. So we really need to go ahead and figure out what we're going to do. Now, the way the circle's played right now, we're on a high ground and we are safe. I'm not sure exactly what our play is, but I know for me right this second, I would hold this position. We have snipers, we have long range, we have a lot of cover, and we have a ridge. You always want to stay in the ridge. There's no reason for us to push to the left or push to the right because we would have to lose the ridge to push another ridge. So we're going to play this, hopefully, I think. Normally, I would play this and wait to see where the circle goes next, and then rotate to the new circle. Another benefit about sitting here is that if we don't shoot anybody, of course, I'm not going to avoid fights, but if there's someone out there that's just crazy long, I'm not going to take a shot if I know I'm going to miss. You want to keep your position secret. You don't want people to know where you're at. We have a ridge, we have a lot of tree cover. The likeliness of a team or the last team knowing where we're at is slim to none. So if we can rotate the circle before our position is compromised, that would be the greatest. Now this right here, I'm going to rotate to the south and try to get that high ground with the blue tarps. That is a great position. We know there's nobody at the compound thanks to the sensor dart. So with the trees and everything, the likeliness of getting spotted from the left-hand side, which I believe is the east at this point, is slim to none unless they're just a god sniper. So right here I see a crate. I'm kind of baiting it. I don't think anyone's ever going to go for a crate. It's end game. There's literally 2, maybe at best 3 teams left, and there's no reason for a crate. Here they are throwing mesh mines out, giving away the position. I don't know what their point of that was. It's nighttime. Mesh mines are so easily spotted, and you literally just made a square in the middle of the road. It's not like you were putting them around the crate trying to wait for somebody to go to it. You literally just gave away your position for no reason. Now here they are in sensor dart, shooting the other one. I think I do have another sensor dart left, so I'm going to throw it in a safer area just so we can pick them one at a time. Again, don't judge me if my paladin shots are bad. I think I'm about to full send it. If I have them log out, that's usually the plan. Let's see what happens. Now this right here is pretty stupid. They got nades clearly. They've already shown us that a couple times. There's 4 people left to my knowledge, and I trapped myself in a building and look right out of the window. If he would have had an ABR, a swordfish, or a sniper rifle and been a better shot than I am, which he probably is, he would have absolutely annihilated me. You want to stay on the outside of the building. Don't go inside. You're asking it to get clustered or naded. There I go, finally hitting my first paladin shot of the match, getting the headshot. It's now a 2v3 situation. I'm grappling to the roof with my Mog. My Mog action that night was pretty on point, so I was pretty trusting on it. There's the second down. The other one coming to the circle. Fast mag coming in, but dude cleaning it up. It actually was only a 3-man. Awesome. This right here is pretty strange to me. If you're the other player, if you're the last player in the circle right now, and you're watching 2 teams fight, you need to engage. I don't know how he died. Don't do that, guys. If 2 teams are fighting at the end of the circle, you engage and help get some picks, because the worst case scenario is now a 1v1v1 and it's actually a winnable situation. Don't just sit there and watch. But guys, look, if you like this video, please let me know in the comments below. I don't know if I'm gonna keep doing these. I really would like you guys' opinions. Does this help you? Does this hurt you? Do you just not care? What are your thoughts on this? I kind of want to enlighten you on how my brain works and why I make the decisions that I make during a battle royale game. Now, these videos won't always be wins. Sometimes I'll be getting murked left and right. I just want you guys to know the mistakes that I make and why I decided to do it and what I should have done, or why I made the decision which put me in a position to pull off a 1v4 squad wipe. But guys, if you enjoyed this, make sure you leave a like on the video, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitch as well. We stream on YouTube every night at 4 o'clock Central Standard Time. We also stream on Twitch during the daytime, all Blackout, and we're getting ready for Modern Warfare. Guys, let me know what you're more hyped for as far as Modern Warfare is concerned. You Spec Ops, the Battle Royale possibility, multiplayer, or the campaign. Much love, guys. Until next time, peace.